got huge.
You can have sex almost until you have your child.
Can I put my wiener in her or will it poke the baby?
Now you want some. Can't get me out your head. But baby, I'ma leave you on.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sick and in Hell. Oh wait, nope. Hello and welcome to Here for the Chaos with Lilac. Today's episode, as I'm sure you've already seen, is a little bit different. The tea world is a little dry. And if I have cake in my teeth, y'all need to tell me. So instead of talking tea, let's talk pregnancy. Wait, before you click off, I love creators like Drew Gooden, Danny Gonzalez, Curtis Connor, Cody Ko, all the greats, if you will. And I've always loved their content and wanted to do content like that, specifically with bad movies and bad shows. So I scoured the internet like the little fucking chronically online troll that I am, and I found in the deep depths of Reddit a show called Pregnant and Dating. And we're gonna watch that today, because if I have to see it, you have to see it. The name is as it suggests. It is women who are pregnant that are dating. And when I was researching this show to do this video, I realized it had no reviews anywhere. Like, the ratings are low, but nobody's saying why. So I find that interesting. The synopsis for the show is: this new series follows 5 single moms-to-be who will stop at nothing to find love and chose to play the modern day dating game with baby on board. We're gonna watch the first episode together because it is free on a platform called Plex. Never heard of it, but shout out to you for giving us this free content. Episode 1 of season 1, the only season to ever exist of this show. Without further ado, let's get into it. Add 1 of 3. Oh my gosh, but I'm not paying to watch this, so I'm gonna have to deal with it.
There's something that I've been wanting to tell you. I'm pregnant.
Not the sound effect, the boom, and then her belly just, what?
My boobs got huge.
You can have sex almost until you have your child.
Pregnant and dating.
Oh my gosh. Can I put my wiener in her or will it poke the baby?
My name is Keisha.
Okay, Keisha.
I'm a recording artist formerly of the triple platinum girl group Escape.
Nuh-uh. Okay, now that's funny because she was in the group Escape and I was just watching Real Housewives of Atlanta where Miss Candy Burris is also from Escape. Okay, so this group is really, well, one ended up on Real Housewives of Atlanta with 15 seasons and the other ended up on Pregnant and Dating for 1 season. Love the... Yeah, I would say love the music, but I've never heard any of it. But I do know that y'all won a lot of awards, so I know it's really, really good, and I should just stop talking.
Oh, baby, can't you see?
I just found out I'm pregnant.
Oh, baby, can't you see I'm pregnant? So, we gonna get out the neighborhood with that one, okay? You can have that one for free. Just make sure to credit me. You're welcome. She's super pretty, though.
But I'm still single.
I don't need a man, I want a man.
My baby's daddy and I are just friends, and we'll never be together.
My name is Shayna. I'm a model and a 3-time Miss Hawaiian Tropic United States winner. I know my Mr. Right is out there, so I'm keeping myself in the dating world.
It's just so funny to see the juxtaposition of all these people doing like partying, drinking, generally just being heathens, and then this just the ladies with these huge pregnant bellies like, I still love to party. The baby will never stop the party. So,
My name is Melissa. I've been a fashion stylist for 15 years. I've worked with H.E.R, the Dixie Chicks, and Serena Williams. I'm pregnant.
Oh my God.
I'm pregnant. Oh my God. Try to have a little more enthusiasm.
I've always wanted to be a mom. I tried for years. I even tried insemination. Nothing worked. And finally, I'm pregnant. Woo! And then my boyfriend and I split.
Oh, in all honesty though, there's like a certain sadness to this because obviously like when you are pregnant, you want to have a support system and ideally you'd want to have a partner with you. So there's an element of this that's kind of sad because it's like these women are so far along in their pregnancies, it looks like, and they're dating, finding someone to try and like go through it with them. So now I'm sad.
My name is Megan. I live in Orange County. I went to Taco Tuesday. Fortunately, there was tequila involved. And then I'm pregnant. The baby's father will not be my husband. I'm just not that into him. Do you even know how many months pregnant I am right now?
Yeah, you,
Men flirt with me far more now that I'm pregnant. It's crazy.
Huh.
Do you know if it's a guy or a girl?
Twins.
Do you know if your baby's a guy or a girl? Is it a guy or a girl? If it's a girl, like, ew. But if it's a guy, so dude, 2 thumbs up, dude. Dude, is your baby a dude or a dudette?
My name is Rachel. I am a television and film producer.
Why did they zoom on her for that? I'm a television.
In sports. The baby's father and I were together for 3.5 years, and when he found out that I was pregnant, he chose not to participate.
Oh.
When my test turned positive, I knew I wanted these kids. And I still think that love is out there.
I'm successful.
I'm single.
I'm pregnant.
And I'm dating.
Pregnancy has forced me to grow up. Before being pregnant, I like party guys. But the pregnant me wants more than just a shallow surface type, connection. I want something deeper.
You think this guy's not a party guy? Look at that hair, girl. This one right here, the one that looks like he would also ask, oh, dude, is your baby a dude or a dudette? You know what? I'm judging a book by its cover. Let me not do that. Let me give him a shot.
Ben, he's a gorgeous guy. There's always been chemistry between Ben and myself. And now, I'm looking for a nice guy. So I think that there could be something.
Okay. 1, they would be a cute couple. I'm not gonna lie. But 2, men really have some audacity walking around with lashes that long and luscious and probably don't even care about them. Give them to me. Give them to me. I will cherish them. You won't even realize they're gone.
Ben has no clue that I'm pregnant. No one knows. Not even my mom, not my sister.
So you are the secret keeper, Miss Keisha. Okay, girl. The rest of Keisha's date was pretty unremarkable. There wasn't anything special. She was basically saying like, oh, I wish I was a virgin nun that's never had sex in her life. Sex leads to bad things. Sex is bad, okay? Because you could mess around and do something crazy, like have a baby.
I should have just been a nun or something.
Sex leads to trouble. It always leads to trouble.
That's very true.
Either it can lead to something crazy like get pregnant or, God forbid, disease.
So when you have sex with someone, that's the first thing you think about?
What?
Man, I sure hope I'm not getting pregnant right now.
I think I'm done having sex.
Well, luckily, if you want to be a nun, you can always start that at any age. I guess.
They're basically doing like the little small talk, kiki, whatever, until Keisha's like, when do you want to have kids? And he's like, not right now. It's not the time for me. She's like, what if there's a beautiful girl, hypothetically, there happens to be a very beautiful girl who happens to be sitting right in front of you, very stunning, very nice. She's perfect. She also happens to be pregnant.
What if you met a girl and she had kids or she was pregnant or something?
And the whole time, Ben is looking at her like, is it you? Because you could just say that. Because it's really the way you're talking is leading me to think that it's you. Obviously, he knows it's her. She says being pregnant doesn't have to indicate that you were in a serious relationship. It could just be a mistake, which again is sad that that's how she feels about it. But if that's how she feels about it, valid. I'm not saying she shouldn't. I'm just saying that that's sad. When you get into a pregnancy, your very first one, and you're not excited, you're not ready, you're just feeling like it was a mistake. And then she just point blank asked him, like, would you date a pregnant girl? And his response,
So you wouldn't date a pregnant girl?
I couldn't say it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, I'm willing to do most anything. But
Yeah.
I'm willing to do most anything because they did ask me on this show, so I kind of already know that it has to be you. The show's called Pregnant and Dating, and I'm not pregnant. No, not me, so it's gotta be you. So, I guess I couldn't say no. Because that's another thing I always wonder on these reality shows is, especially this one, the first episode, you have to know the name of the show, right? So you know why we're gathered here today. Now we're moving into Shanna, who's sitting at the table in a mid-looking bakery shop discussing her pregnancy with her friend when she asked the all-important question. The question that no one has had a good answer to for centuries. Do I look fat? And her friend honestly had a good answer.
So, I went to the doctor. Basically telling me I'm getting fat. I know you're honest, so.
I'm not fat, I'm just gaining weight. It's fine.
But you can tell the difference from 4 days ago? I can tell the difference.
I don't know, it's all the same. So pregnant for me.
That's a good ass friend right there.
Nelson is one of my best friends, and he's a race car driver. And in the beginning, we might have been attracted to each other a little bit, but now we are strictly friends, and he's in the friend zone, and that's where I like him.
So Shanna then asks her friend, who's not her friend, but they still clearly have some chemistry, to set her up with somebody because she's not sure how she's supposed to date when she's pregnant. He talks to her about a friend of his who's interested in her. She says, does he know that I'm pregnant? And he gives the most unconvincing yeah of all time.
Well, there's a friend of mine staying in my place, and he saw your picture in that wall we did of my birthday.
Yeah.
He asked about you a few times.
Does he know I'm pregnant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nelson has something up his sleeve. You're so weird.
I know.
Why is this so awkward? This conversation is painfully awkward because it's obvious they just want to be together or they have some weird sexual tension. He's like, yeah, my friend, he's into you. And she's like, oh, interesting. Really? Got a little something up your sleeve. Reminds me of this scene in a Neil Breen movie where he tips over like this plate of spinach and they're just smiling at each other for way too long. And then it just devolves. Like, that's the energy and the chemistry these two are giving me. Melissa.
Hi, welcome to Entourage. Hello.
Hey, we have a reservation for 2.
My name is Melissa, and I'm 7.5 months pregnant.
I thought she was gonna say 7.5 feet tall. Don't ask me why I thought that, but I thought that she was gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm 7.5 feet tall." And I was about to be like, "Damn, girl, you're gonna have a real hard time dating somebody because not only are you pregnant, but they gotta look all the way up there and be like,
Hey girl, hey. Let me take you out to dinner. It's nice down here. Why don't you come down here and we'll go to Chili's?
dating 7.5 feet tall and pregnant." So stupid. Okay, so then she details how she went on a date with a guy. She thought it went well, and he did not call her back. Throwback to that Danny Gonzalez video. What was it? The radio show where they were like, "Oh, well, I shot my date, and they didn't call me back, and I'm not sure what happened." And it goes into her sitting down with this man. He didn't know she was pregnant the first time, and now she's showing. So it's a little awkward.
Oh my God! I mean, you're weeks away. You're not
very
far.
pregnant. No,
Yeah.
I know.
Hi. Hello. In there.
How?
Why are you talking to her stomach like it's an alien? He's like, hello in there. Hello? Do you want... I don't think it understands what I'm saying to it. Do you like Doritos? Do you like football? I'm just trying to get a gauge on what I'm dealing with here. He's got like cups pressed to his ears like, okay. I'm hearing a message. He says... Like what? It looks like a blonde Scott Disick, but in Frozen. Let it go, let it go. So what if I'm a little hoe? That would be his song, just in case you were wondering. I like how he's also like, yeah, and then exactly.
How far out?
I'm 6 weeks away.
Oh my God.
That, oh my God, I'm not sure if that's fantastic or like, I gotta get out of here now.
It's definitely an I gotta get out of here now. Oh my God, he literally went, oh my God, 6 weeks. 6 weeks from now. It'll be 5 weeks next week. And then 4 after that. 6 weeks. There will be a baby here in 6 weeks. I could have sex 47 more times in 6 weeks. If you break down the numbers... Girl, it wasn't a let me stay 6 weeks. It was more of like a, you're about to drop right now. What do I do?
I mean, not that I know much about pregnancy or what that looks like, but I mean, you look radiant.
I would still hit. Ew. And then we get the bombshell story of why he didn't call her back.
So I want to ask you a question.
Please.
You called me on the phone, it was my birthday. And then you said, oh, I have to work tomorrow, but let me see if I can meet with you tonight.
Yeah.
And then I never heard from you again.
Oh!
And I just, like, why do guys do that?
Why do guys do that?
Why do guys do that? Oh, I never called you again. You know, men fundamentally are just different than women. Why do guys do that? I love the way he's distancing himself. Would I do that? Me? Ma? Yes. But why? I think the larger question here is, philosophically speaking, why do men? You know, why are men the way that we are? You look radiant though. I would still hit.
Why do guys do that?
Now my man's struggling through this sentence. Oh, I didn't call you back? Oh, that was you? I left you on red? That doesn't sound like me. Sheesh, why do men, It's a phenomenon? Are we splitting the check? That's terrible. It would be better if you just got up and ran like you had diarrhea to the bathroom and just never spoke to this woman again, instead of this like, ooh, do I really care what I did? No. But she is still hot, kind of. The pregnant is taken away a little bit, but she's still hot. I'm sorry, I guess, if you feel that way. Like, I don't know.
Look back, I mean, probably what was occurring was,
Here we go.
like I'll have a thought about what I want to do in my life, and whether it be like with a woman or work or whatnot, and then 5 seconds later, it just, you know, something's happening in my life, and then it's a new direction. I don't do a lot of planning, so one.
What is he talking about? I have never seen someone spiral so hard. Like, what are you talking about, sir? Right. Why I didn't call you back. So there was the wind blowing on that day, and I thought, like, one of my sneakers fits and the other one is too tight. Is it my foot or is it the shoe? And so I was like, I gotta find the receipt. But the way that the wind blows is where I go, and like, I'm just trying to go with the flow, you know? And so I basically was like, I don't see it in the spirits to have called you back that day. So Blonde Scott Disick bullshits for an infinite amount of years after this, and then ends with this.
So I don't know if that answers your question or.
Nope, it didn't. It straight up didn't. Shanna. Hey girl. Then we go to Shanna and her friends going out to eat. They're all three pregnant and they're so cute. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a little vibe. And they drop this gem.
I hope so. Or granny panties now.
What, you don't wear lingerie?
No. I don't know anybody wear it for it, but you're wearing lingerie.
Yeah.
She's lying.
I am not lying.
She says she is not lying.
I'm not lying. You gotta look sexy. You still gotta look sexy when you're pregnant.
I didn't wear panties before, so you're not gonna put me. I hated them. They were uncomfortable then. So a granny panty is way more comfortable than something up my butt.
Oh, I don't feel it anymore.
You don't feel what anymore?
Anything in her butt? In my butt.
Then her friends begin to talk about what kind of man they envision her with. I'm not saying that there's any right or wrong way to have a pregnancy, you know, and there are women who want to have like a pregnancy just on their own. Nothing wrong with that. That's totally fine. But I just feel like dating already comes with so many emotions that dating pregnant sounds like my nightmare, when you just have so many hormones and things happening, and I feel like it'd be easier to fall for somebody and ignore red flags than it already is. That just sounds so stressful. But then it would be stressful to be alone during a pregnancy too, so.
I've known a couple girls that got boyfriends that turned into husbands while they were pregnant with someone else's child. And I'm like, what is wrong with that guy? Now I'm that girl. So, am I gonna think they're a little creepy at first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I am.
Why is the motivational music underneath her saying this? You know what? I used to look at women in my position and I used to think, ew, you gross freak. And then I would look at the guys they were with and be like, ew, you gross freak. But now that I'm in that position, you know, I think, ew, a bunch of gross freaks. And then they go into what sex would be like pregnant.
Yeah. Sex pregnant, let's talk about that. I mean, you do it with the lights on?
Are you kidding?
I'll do it any way I can get it.
Yeah.
I'll do it any way I can get it? Well, damn.
I'm too self-conscious. It's like, how do you get around this?
Well, at least he's around it. Mine won't even touch it or anything.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
I think they think they're gonna hurt the baby.
I would think that too. If I can feel him now, like, feel little movements down by my vagina with the baby, so.
Yeah. Well, he says he's like,
I swear, it's grabbing my I swear.
Ew! Okay, that's not the appropriate response to have to your pregnant wife wanting to fuck. You don't go, what if it's the baby grabbing it? Ugh, I'm not even gonna go into that. That's so gross.
You are not that big. It is not like...
She said it's not that big! Loving these songs. Makes me feel like I'm in Twilight. Bella, my skin is sparkly. We meet Megan, and she shares some of the difficulties that she has been having in her pregnancy and with her partner. And it's a very vulnerable moment.
And puking, and I'm 2 months pregnant, and he's drinking and calling me at 3 in the morning. And after months of that happening, I don't like it.
When you first told him you were pregnant, I think he probably was just thinking, I don't know what he was thinking. I just don't even think it's sunk in.
He was thinking that I would have an abortion.
Uh-oh, Justin Timberlake.
And that actually really pissed me off too. That's another thing.
And we find out that Megan really doesn't even want the father of her child in her life. It's a very intense conversation. It seems like Megan has a really good relationship with her mom, and their conversation is really touching, honestly, except for this extra looking straight into the camera. You're kind of ruining it a little bit for me, girl, but that's okay.
We'll be real.
Not that same extra. She must have saw that they saw her looking at the camera. They probably like, turn around. She said, girl, be natural. Just be natural. Just eat your fucking like edamame the way you normally would. Why are you being so weird about it? So then we have a very real moment with Keisha and her friends who don't know that she's pregnant. One of her friends is trying to hook her up with a 51-year-old cop. Her other friend is clearly not okay with this. I can say as a black woman, it would be a little scary for me too. Unfortunately, that's part of the reality. I could see why he wouldn't be okay with it. But her other friend's like, cops have pensions. Like, what do you mean?
Princess, when you gonna hook me up on a date?
I got this one guy for you.
Wait, how old is he?
So he's 51.
51?
Tell me about him. I want to hear about him.
Well, he's in the police business.
You did a cop?
He's a sergeant.
That's who she hooking me. That's who you hooking me up with?
Yeah.
Man, you can't hook her up with a cop. Are you crazy?
Why? Those are the best ones.
Tripping.
I
He
like,
has a pension
Get
plan.
out of all my tickets.
Are you really considering that? Like, you want to date a cop?
I'm not against it.
Ryan, really? What are you doing in the background trying to convince her not to?
I think this is an interesting conversation for a reality TV show, though, to bring in that racial element of it and like the real life considerations you have to make when you're dating as a person of color. So I actually think this scene is really interesting, and I like that they included that. But the friend that wants to set her up with the cop comes back with the zinger of the century, people.
What are you drinking in that glass? Haterade?
It doesn't matter.
What are you drinking? Haterade? And then it's revealed that Keisha actually has a little crush on her roommate, which I feel like is interesting. I mean, they were roommates, so they have that going for them. But they would also be kind of cute.
Sometimes I think if things were a little bit different, Ryan and I could actually be together.
So you gotta say, I'm ready to be blown away.
So I'm ready to be blown away, but I have to be blown away by that right person. And that right person has to, like, you know.
So who is the right person?
The right person just has to.
This flirting is making my skin crawl. I could be with a girl, but she'd have to blow me away. And then she's like, I would blow you away. I just noticed you could see my dirty laundry in the back. So not me literally judging people for airing out their dirty laundry while I'm airing out my dirty laundry. Not a great look. So sorry about that. Just pretend that wasn't there. Finally, we're getting to Rachel. I've been seeing the same three just switch around.
My name is Rachel, and I am pregnant with twins.
So we meet Rachel in the middle of a blind date, and Rachel is having twins, so I don't know why they're not including her more. I feel like she's already more interesting than everyone else, but let's see. Ew, why is he so creepy? He literally walked in like, nice to meet me.
Hi.
Hey,
Rachel.
Samrod.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
What is with all the extras looking directly at... Okay, so we find out that Rachel works in TV, particularly sports broadcasting, and her date is a computer programmer. And the date is real awkward. I feel like he's trying his best, and so is she, but it's so weird. She's like, do you like sports? And he's like, I like skiing. And she's like, I guess those are sports, but you're not getting the shit beat out of you, so they're not as hot.
I work in television, mostly sports. Do you like sports?
I like skiing, snowboarding.
Skiing and snowboarding are sports. I prefer a little bit more contact in mine, but
I like my men with CTE, and if you don't have it, then fuck off. Her date is actually really funny though, for what it's worth.
no, never skied.
That's just immoral. It's blasphemy. Do you know if it's a guy or a girl?
It's a guy or a girl. I'm having a guy.
Oh, this is the guy or girl dude, the dude or dudette.
See the rest of my story at WeTV.com.
What? Okay, now they're advertising for me to watch the rest of her date on a different website. Like, y'all had her in for 2 seconds, and now I gotta pay to watch the rest of it at another website. Rachel, bye, girl. Now we are gonna see who Melissa's blind date is. Hopefully it's better than blonde Scott Disick.
Are you Melissa?
Yeah, I am. Hi. I usually pick guys that look really good, but then they don't treat me so great. So now I'm trying to train myself to have an open mind.
Oh my gosh, I was just about to say there's clearly no physical chemistry.
You told me you were a director.
Yes. Independent films.
If you're a director, couldn't you direct yourself to be hotter? Ew. Oh man. And then he finds out she's pregnant, and it's so awkward. Just his little weird like, because she's saying, I thought my friends told you I was pregnant, and the way he looks at her is so weird.
I'm pregnant.
Oh.
They told me you knew that.
How many months along?
Like, I'm gonna eat it. She's so rude. Like, it's obvious she's trying to just get out of this because she's not physically attracted. Because she's like, are you a vegetarian? Is that something else that's wrong with you? And he's like, no, I'm not a vegetarian. What about you? And she's like, I just ordered meatballs. You fucking idiot. Why would I be a vegetarian? Look at the meatballs. You meatball.
Oh, I ordered a little appetizer. Do you eat meat or are you vegetarian?
Oh, no, I'm not vegetarian.
Not a vegetarian?
Are you a vegetarian?
No, I wouldn't have ordered meatballs if I was a vegetarian.
So you're stupid. You're broke. You're not a vegetarian, which actually gets you a point. But you're ugly. And the day pretty much just ends up, it's a no-go. It just gets worse after that. And it's excruciatingly awkward. Before the episode ends, we get Keisha telling her friends that she's pregnant. And it's quite the dramatic scene.
Ryan.
Nah, you don't say my name like that. What's up?
Just trying to figure out how to say it to you. You having a baby?
OMG, what the fudge?
He like, hell nah. They both like, hell nah. And now we've got the biggest bomb drop of the whole episode. She's told her friend she's pregnant before she's told the father of the child.
Who's baby daddy?
Me, just a friend.
Does he know what's up?
No, I ain't told him yet.
What? So how you want him to find out? On TV? That's terrible. This is another moment where I feel like this is probably really helpful to a lot of people out there. A lot of people that aren't having their ideal pregnancy and are alone. Keisha's just having a really vulnerable moment. And for what it's worth, I do feel like there's a lot of gems in this show. Inside all the bullshit. Overall, her friends give her some really solid advice though. And it seems like a very constructive and good conversation. And then we find out that the roommate that she is in love with is also having a baby at the same time. This is going to be messy because they clearly just want to be together, but they're both having children with other people. Interesting.
He's smiling real tough. Yeah, he's smiling super hard right now.
Just a cheetah.
I'm just saying I got a chick, you know, she's pregnant right now.
You got a baby on the way too?
Yeah.
What?
And then her friend ended on the only note that it needed to end on.
We can see. I need to get off this couch. It seems to be poking with some kids and stuff.
We end the show with Keisha telling her sister and her mom that she's pregnant. And it was at this point of the show that I realized that the whole thing is a load of baloney, because they show her just ramping it up and being like, ooh, how do I tell you? And then they're like, oh, find out in the next episode. So this show should burn in hell for leaving it on that bad of a cliffhanger. And if you want me to continue watching the show, let me know, because like, what? So yeah, that is the first episode of Pregnant and Dating, and what a wild ride. I will say it has some gems to it. It's not as bad as I thought, because I was researching like the worst reality show ever. Some other shows like Moment of Truth that are more awkward and intense. This one wasn't that bad. So if y'all have any other recommendations, let me know. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. I think that there's a lot of value to it for women going through similar situations, but I also feel like it's really exploitative. These women are going through so much, and yes, they agree to be on the show, but still, reality TV is just exploitative. Like, it just is. And that's all that I have for you today. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, I will see you next time. And don't forget to listen to my music, bitch.
Baby, I'ma leave you on red. Yeah, I know you want me. You better get in line. I'm everybody.